Right, a few people have been asking what rigs I use and what I make the rigs up of. So I thought I'd put a little video through, see if it helps anyone. Right, I use armour corder sinking leader in 50-pound breaking strain. I like this because it is very thin for its breaking strain and it sinks. A lot of these hook lengths out there, once you put them in water, they float. So you end up with a hook length sitting up like that. Whether that makes a difference, I do not know. But for confidence, I like to try and pin everything down the best you can. With that, I take a quick change swivel. This is a size 11, smallest one I know of. I tie that on. I don't know names of knots, I just do them. So if anyone knows, this hasn't got to be an important knot, it's nothing strong. I tie that on. Just as I'm starting this, the wife comes in. Hello.
Hello.
So then you have a hook length with your quick change swivel. Then I use quarter wide gap double X size 1 or 2. I like these because of the in-turn die and they're very strong in the wire and also they're very sharp. They're a continental carp hook. You won't be straightening them out on an English cat. I tie them on with a knotless knot. I set the swivel at about that distance. Knotless knot. Work away from the join in the eye. Always with your first turn. Otherwise, I have seen and I've had it happen to me where I've lost a hook and a fish. I go down about 9 times. Always come through the back of the eye, back of the hook. Gives it a better angle. And then you're left with that. Then you want some shrink tubing. Needs to be the extra large to get over the eye. Can be fiddly. If you've got any oil lying about, use that. If not, a bit of spit. Ease it over. It is fiddly. So that's about halfway. There you go. Then I steam that. I'm not going to do that now, but basically I steam it. I drop it in a kettle, boiling kettle, pull it out, carefully with your fingers, hold it, and let it cool down at that angle. And that helps set and turn the hook. Then another quick change swivel up the other end, same again, don't know the names of these knots, but I form a loop and then pass the swivel twice through the loop, pull it all tight, chuck the tag end off, and you're left with a nice loop that doesn't close down on itself, all freely moving, so it helps it sit nice and flat, not pointing up in the air. That's basically your rig. I will mess around with the lengths. If I feel like the fish are doing me, I may lengthen it or shorten it. That's a personal thing, and quite often I'll be fishing with different length rigs on different rods. Then, as for the bait, I'm using Big Cat Oily Hybrids fluoros. Take one of them out. This is a 24. This is a 24mm one. And I then take a bit of old mono, this is £20 mono. Chop a length of that off. About that long. Fold it in half. Form your loop. Take the fluoro, thread that down onto your nylon, gives you a loop. Then this is an insert of an inline lead. I've always got them lying around in my box. Slide that through there to stop it pulling back through. Then I use 6 pellets. I'm using the Catfish pellets from Big Cat. They're mixed bags, 16 and 20 mils. I pick out 6 of the 20 mils. Drill them using a 1.5 mil drill bit. Nice small hole you want. If you've got a big hole like some of these pre-drilled ones, the water gets in and breaks them down quicker. So I like a nice small hole. And then you're left with 2 ends. I put 3 on each. That's 3 on that side, then go to the other side, 3, on that side. Then a couple of granny knots, 2 overhand knots, don't drop it, 1, 2, and straighten it all up, and then do a load more knots. There's the wife pulling faces, she's not ringing the bell. Always good to have the piss taken out of you, excuse the language. Chop the tags off, line it up, pull this all tight, take that out, that gives you a little loop. We call this the block rig. Been using it a couple of seasons. Then take the rig, hook that on, can be a bit fiddly. And obviously we soak these. I normally leave them in soak for about a week in the Big Cat oil. It's got to be oil based whatever you soak them in, otherwise the pellets will dissolve. So yeah, Big Cat sauce, that's what I'm using, and it makes them last even longer and good attraction. And that's basically what you're left. Obviously that would be kicked at an angle like that. I hope that helps and you're not all falling asleep.